questions. We have a lot of questions, in fact, have come in. So maybe we will start with the German Supply Chain Act questions, if it's okay. I think one question which has come repeatedly is, what actions do Indian suppliers who are exporting to Germany need to take?
So this is from a compliance angle. I can answer and then Parveen sir can supplement. See, under the LKSJ, there are very clear requirements. You have to conduct a risk analysis. You have to do the diligence of your supply chain, and you have to prepare reports and provide it to the customers. Now, and then if there are risks, then obviously you have to fix those risks. These are the clear requirements under the LKSJ. Now, your German customer or the contract with the German customer will specify these, and maybe they'll specify more also. So you'll have to look at the contract and then figure out what are your compliances, because definitely for sure there is a contract being prepared by a German customer which covers these obligations, which you will receive before January 1, 2023.
Yeah, agree with you, Prashant. Agree with you that the same. I'm having same views.
Right. Next one is whether regular compliance audits at plants will serve purpose of diligence under GSCA and reporting to the global head office, whether that would be sufficient.
Again, that will depend on your contract, that they will agree to that report which you are doing, your audit which you are doing regularly, and they rely on that report that you have complied with these requirements. So that depends on if they see that your report and your audit is very reliable, we believe they will agree definitely.
It also, just want to add, it will also depend on the scope of that audit. Currently, the scope of the audit may be only reporting on the health, safety, environment standards that the company has. But if that scope is widened and it matches the scope under the LKSJ, under the GSCA, then yes, that report and the audit can be used. But definitely it can be used as a starting point.
And a related question to this is whether compliance consent certificates stating compliance with the GSCA from indirect suppliers, whether this compliance consent certificates from indirect suppliers, would that fulfill the requirement?
Very good question, but no, unfortunately not. There is no checkbox kind of a approach that has been taken by LKSJ or the GSCA. The approach clearly is, do not rely on just statements made. Of course, your liability will be less if you take the statement, but if you just take the statement and don't make any diligence, don't do any diligence, or don't do the risk analysis, or if you don't follow up with the non-compliances that have been raised in your whistleblower account, then this is not going to help. But as part of your supply chain risk management, this is one small element, but definitely not enough to rely on to avoid liability. Parveen sir, agree, disagree?
Yes, agree, because compliance certificate by indirect suppliers will be at their own in-house thing only. Cannot be relied upon, definitely.
Right. One more question related to GSCA is also, if one is a German company operating in India, sourcing from India for customers in India, does GSCA still apply?
This is unfortunately a German law question. We are not, German lawyers, and therefore we may not be able to give you a confirmed view. But the scope is very clearly any entity registered in Germany. So it doesn't matter if the products are being supplied to customers in India, because the human rights violation is not related to the product itself. Just because you're supplying to Indian customers doesn't mean that human rights can be ignored or environmental risks can be ignored. So the logical answer would be that no, it doesn't matter. Therefore, you're covered as long as you're a registered entity in Germany. It applies. But I think this should be confirmed definitely via a German lawyer.